intimate relationships, conversations at your fingertips, inspiration on a magnet tip, healing communication. Let's get elevated, going to a new level. Relax, sit back, cause we're hanging. We're hanging on Miss Cooper.
You are listening to another episode of Hanging with Miss Cooper. How y'all doing? Well, today's episode is inspired by real life events, and a lot of my content, if you don't know by now, is actually inspired by real life events, real life people, situations that are either in progress or have actually resolved themselves. I try to keep, the people that this relates to around, try to keep their identity secret as much as possible. If they are listening and they actually can figure out that I'm talking about them, just know that it's not gossip if it's true. And if it's a situation that they're currently in, if you didn't want to know or want me to talk about it, then don't put it on social media. Plain and simple, right? Once you put it out there to social media, it's anybody's business. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So, my topic for today is when someone is jealous. So, how do you handle a person who is jealous and petty towards you? Because face it, we all have that one person in our life, whether they're a friend, acquaintance, or a family member, coworker, etc., who they're petty. They're jealous of you for what? Sometimes it's something obvious. Sometimes it's something not so obvious. So, honestly, I would say that it's a personal problem. Especially when you have done nothing, absolutely nothing, to warrant the behavior of that person. But what about the behavior that keeps happening over and over? How do you handle that? Well, the easy answer is, to cut them off or put them in their place. Have you ever thought of just simply talking to them? And I kind of hear y'all kind of like, why would I talk to somebody like that? Why would I give them the time of day? Just why? They're not worth it. They're doing all sorts of stuff to make me not want to talk to them. And I don't have time for all of that. Well, yeah, talk to them. Now, before you tune me out, I need you to hear me out about this, okay? Sometimes just simply talking to a person can completely take them off guard. It really does. Because for one, they're not expecting it. And two, if it's not always malicious intent as to why somebody is acting that way. So then you stop to think, but why are they being malicious towards me if it's not malicious? Sometimes it's just coming from a place that, we are not expecting. Come on. Some people are just insecure with themselves. When they're not confident, they act out. They act out towards others, and they're doing this as a way for them to make themselves look and feel better. Now, I'll give an example. And again, this is a real life example. I'm not going to mention names or anything. In fact, I hate that I have to do a disclaimer on my show like this, but I'm just here to tell people who might take what I'm saying the opposite way. When I'm talking about a situation, this is real life stuff. And if a person has disclosed it to the public and I see it, I'm going to give my take on it. And it'd be totally different if I was betraying somebody's trust. You understand? So with that being said, let me get into this. Now, I know of a woman who is currently acting out because she is insecure. She keeps starting drama with her friends to make herself look and feel a lot better than she's currently feeling about herself. Yet, there's no reason for her to do this. She has family, she has friends, she has a great boyfriend, and she has a steady job. So why would she start and keep up drama? Because deep down, it's not enough. She feels that she needs more. She looks at what others have and she compares herself and just can't compete. Until she is corrected, she is just going to keep doing this over and over and over. And what's going to happen is she's going to alienate herself. And she's going to eventually end up alone. Because if you go unchecked, how often are people actually going to want to stay with you like that? You understand? So I feel sorry for her because nobody has checked her. And the closest that they have gone to checking her is they've just alienated themselves from her and just like, oh no, she's full of drama. She's this and that. When she's really not. She's just really sad. But until she's ready to acknowledge that and things about herself regarding that, this is just a cycle that she's going to just keep on doing over and over and over. So, what about the type that has malicious intent towards you? How do you know, if you know for a fact that they will keep coming at you, you need to get away from them. But at the same time, you need to shut them down. Now, what I'm referring to in this is I'm referring to those people who just are petty. They don't care. They are openly jealous of you. And there's nothing wrong with them. Like, seriously, there's nothing wrong with them. But it's hard to know the difference between this scenario person and the first scenario person I just gave an example of. Because sometimes they're one and the same. Sometimes a person is just plain up nasty. So what I'm going to say to you regarding this person, you may be like, whatever. But I'm so serious. It's something that we all need to be doing. And if you know me well enough on my shows, you know I keep it real. I keep it 100. So I'm just going to say it. Pray for them. You heard me right. Pray for them. Now, the Most High has loved you no matter what your faults. Whether you were that petty and jealous person, whether you were that victim. He's loved you through all of that. So what I'm saying is pray for that person. Pray for that person's heart not to be hardened. And I know some of you are not agreeing with me. You're like, that's stupid. Why would I pray for them? Why would I do anything for this person when they're clearly not trying to do any of that for me? That's what makes you the better person. That no matter what this person tries to throw at you, what they try to do, you pray for them. And you know what? Watch what happens. Because He is looking. The Most High is watching every move that you make. You can't say that you are saved and sanctified and stuff if you're being just as petty as that person because you refuse to pray for them. I'll give my own personal take on this. I had to actually separate myself from a person I called a friend for many years. But it all came to a head about a year and a half ago. It was time to be separated from her. And there was no big blown out fight, but things were being said to me that I didn't appreciate. I was tired of putting up with it. And it was most definitely time to go because she was not getting the message. And I sometimes look back on, the friendship and all, and I should have actually cut it a long time ago versus a year and a half ago when I did. But I have no regrets about letting the friendship go because it was time. There are some people who are only supposed to be in your life for a season, and that saying is so true. If they were only meant to be there for a season, you can't make them a lifetime. So she was only meant to be in my life for a season, but she stayed, overstayed, and I allowed it. Now, since I cut the cord, I don't have to deal with any more negativity. I don't have to deal with any more drama from this person. But I still pray for this person. Because despite, cutting the cord and everything, our lives had intertwined from boyfriends, husbands, kids, stuff that was going on in their life, in my life, and even cutting the cord did hurt, but it was necessary. My prayer for this person is that they do make changes in their life, because the way that things were going for this person, it wasn't going to end well. And you can only say so much to somebody who is hard-headed. And yes, I said hard-headed because I myself at times, I am hard-headed and stubborn and don't want to listen. But I truly understand what it means now when you have someone who's coming for you. Sometimes you just got to let it go. And let's face it, haters are going to come and go. Someone is always going to be envious of what you have or what you do. Now, how you handle it, just affects the outcome. I'm not advocating for you to be petty. I'm really not. I know it seems so good. It feels so good to be petty at times because, yeah, I do it. I most definitely do it. But it's not the right way to go. So I don't want you to say, oh, well, Stephanie said that it was cool. No, Stephanie said that she's done it, but I'm not saying it's cool. No. So I'm just here to let y'all know. Be the better person. Pray for that person. And then if all else fails, cut that cord. Keep it moving. Because, jealousy is never a good look. And you got more important things to do. Got more important things to focus on. So do that. Focus on your blessings. Focus on your achievements. Focus on everything positive in your life. Negativity does not need nor deserve a place. You understand what I'm saying? You weren't expecting that. So check it out. The book, You Are Not Your Past, Chronicles of a Former Side Chick and Side Dude. It's available now on Lulu.com and on Amazon for the Kindle. Check it out. Rate it and leave comments. Let me and Lucas Cool know what you think. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Hanging with Miss Cooper. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm on there.